revolves around money. The younger son goes to the father and asks for his share of the inheritance, and then goes off and squanders the money. Or in the so-called parable of the rich fool, a wealthy man gets so many riches that he decides to tear down the barns that he already has so that he can build bigger and bigger barns. But then when he suddenly dies, God comes along and asks, this money that you've hoarded for yourself, whose is it now? Or there is the parable of the talents. Jesus tells a story about a man who gave his 3 servants different amounts of money and what they did with it. Or in the well-known parable of the Good Samaritan, money plays a role at the end of the story when the Samaritan takes that injured man to an inn and offers to pay for whatever care that man needs for as long as it takes. Or in the reading we heard here today from the Gospel of Luke, Jesus told a story about a man who had a lot of money, but refused to share it with somebody who desperately needed his help. Poor, sick, starving Lazarus right there on his own doorstep. And then what happened to those 2 men as a result? And the list of times when Jesus referred to money in his teaching goes on and on. So often it seems that our main concern is that we want to do well. When people ask us, how are you doing? We want to be able to say, I'm doing well. I just got a new car, we have a vacation house by the lake, we just got a new flat screen television, the stock portfolio's bouncing back. I'm really doing well. But while doing well when it comes to our money is often what we think matters most, Jesus comes along and tells us that there's something even more important, and that is to do good with our money. Are we doing good with our money? Are we using our money to accomplish the kind of good works that God wants us to be doing? Are we giving our money and giving it generously so that the hungry might be fed, and so that those in need might be helped, and so that those who have never heard of Jesus might have the opportunity to hear the gospel and believe? So, how are you doing? When it comes to your money, are you doing well? Or are you doing good? Here again, these words from 1 Timothy. The love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. And in their eagerness to be rich, some have wandered away from the faith and pierced themselves with many pains. So do good. Be rich in good works, generous and ready to share, thus storing up for yourselves the treasure of a good foundation for the future. To do well, or to do good. When it comes to your money, what is your priority?